Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Oh,
And I wanted
well,
to extend our condolences about your brother and your sister-in-law. I'm sorry to hear about their passing.
oh, thank you kindly, but I know where they are. And it's just that it was quite an unexpected shock around Christmas time.
Yeah.
But in any case, before we begin, the only preparation I'll give you, sit back, relax, and let your loved ones do their thing, because they're going to do it their way anyhow.
Okay.
So let's begin and see who comes to visit. Now, I know you are the 3 o'clock appointment, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, immediately male presence comes forward, and 2 females also.
Okay.
And there seems to be another male coming forward, so I think I have 4 souls here so far. But anyway, let me start as they did. Now, assuming this has to be somebody in some way connected with you all. A male came forward, so I take it you understand, yes?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I just did that to get you to say yes so they hear your voice and they know they hooked in. Who does come as family, yes?
Yes.
I'm just not sure what he means by this. Did speak about passing young by today's standards, yes?
It depends on who it is.
Okay, let's just leave it then. But I should take this opportunity to explain to you, in my personal opinion, anybody nowadays who passes on less than 70, I consider it young by today's standards. So I'm just going to leave it alone anyway, because it's not a big deal, I would expect. There is, I hate when they give me too many things to think. There is talk of loss of a brother, understood?
Yes.
Oh, sorry about that, whoever you are, because I heard it and I said, no, this isn't right. And only that he gave me a challenge. I said, well, worst you can do is say no, and then it'll be finished. Now, he did pass young by today's standards.
Very.
Yeah, because he's pushing that envelope again. Must have had a good sense of humor. He kids with me. He'd be old enough to be my grandson. That's more than likely true.
He was very young.
Yeah, because that's the feeling, so I would guess. Wait a minute. He says he did make it to the finish line, though, yes?
Oh. That is a different person.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my.
All right, well, at least the person who came forward as brother, you know who it is.
I think so. It's my daughter's brother.
And, oh, that's right. She's on the phone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm glad, because that's probably why you reached out He said to me previously, he said he was the son/brother, but must know she's on the phone, and that's why he comes forward as a brother. There's also, there was also talk of a loss before birth, understood?
Yes.
Because somebody is saying they didn't make it to the finish line. Now,
Yes.
don't explain anything, but when they just give me quips like that, I just relate it to you and hope you understand.
Okay.
There's also another male, don't explain, coming in a father manner, understood?
Yes.
Okay. He wants to go on record that he was the first one here. There's also somebody talking about loss of a spouse, understood?
No.
Then why are they doing it? The only thing I could think, unless you know somebody without telling me,
Oh.
who lost a spouse.
Okay.
I don't mean this to be disrespectful to any of your relatives, but they're kind of being a pain in the ass. They keep throwing everything at me all at once, and I'm trying to get focused to start. So I'll just leave with you. Somebody came forward and claimed to be the spouse that passed and didn't say to you, but did state you know of them.
Yes.
Oh, so I'm glad you remembered. Wait a minute. Somebody also comes as dad, understood?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I hope I'm correct. I'm trying to keep my nose out of this because then I'll get myself in trouble. But there's talk of somebody there is somebody coming as dad.
Yes.
Just so these people don't feel I'm not paying attention to them. There are several souls in the room who are claiming to be grandparents.
Yes.
So I take it either they've all passed or the ones that have are showing up.
Yeah.
And they're just making sure that you know. Now, the man who comes as dad seems to be close to you, yes?
Yes.
So I'm assuming this is your dad.
Yes.
Okay. He starts over again saying he was the first one forward. But then as soon as they hear your voice, they all start coming at me like out of the woodwork. And I always say to them, it's not a two-way conversation, but I say in my mind, could you get in order, please? Line the ducks in a row. Now, I hope this is true, and I'm hoping you agree. Your dad does come very close to you, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, the reason I'm hoping it's true is you have no ideas what horrors I've heard doing this for a living. And he certainly embraces you with love. But let's say, I'm just saying this in speculation, if you had a horrible relationship and he came to you very closely, well, that could be that he also changed over there. But he did give me the impression the relationship here was pretty much okay. You know, I'm sure it had its ups and downs, but
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
both.
it was what?
It was both.
It was.
Both up and
Oh,
down.
yeah. Because just before you said that, he started saying to me he did feel he could have been a little closer here and there.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yes.
One thing, it's not that he's making an excuse, but men are not good communicators, especially when it comes to emotions and feelings. Men they're more frustrated here, and they keep a great deal to themselves. Because at times he does admit it could have seemed to you as though he was there and he wasn't there. Understood?
Yes.
Just from the world unseen, he seems more comfortable. Just wants to express to you that he always loved you and still does.
Okay.
It just seems that he's been, no pun intended, dying to tell you since he passed on. And you need to hear it. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, because he said that to me. She needs to hear it. And, well, I said it loud and clear, so she heard it. There's also talk of your mom, understood?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can't tell me. He says he's with her, understood?
No.
She's still here then on the earth.
She is.
So spiritually, he means it. That's what I figured when he said that he's with her spiritually.
That would be weird.
Well, the thing is, even if they hated each other, it's just his obviously has a disposition change from the world unseen.
Okay.
And states that he's near to her.
Okay.
Because he does insist that there was a time, or there must have been a time where things were okay. As time goes on and people live under the same roof with each other, things can go astray.
Yeah.
But your father does admit, and he tells me, don't censor this out. There must have been times, like anybody, I would say, but he did state at times he could be a pain in the rear.
Yes.
Or as he said, a pain in the ass.
Yeah, he was.
I censored that out. He just complained to me that he told me to say it just as I heard it. So, one thing he does also express very strongly, over there in the world unseen, he is all right and in a happy place. Has his skepticism about an afterlife?
Yes.
Okay, because I was going to say if it was never discussed, you would know. But he's going full steam ahead now, and he claims that when he was on the earth, that he was not receptive to this. He definitely would have thought I was full of shit.
Yes.
As mates, he would just say, "Oh, that guy's got a good racket going."
Yep. He would have said those words.
Yeah, and he did say them. That's why I repeated them. And because even if we had a discussion about a hereafter, he'd give his opinion, I'd give mine. He still would lean toward, when you're dead, you're dead.
Yep.
6 feet under and by. But now that he's learned it for himself, that's why his outlook has changed. Because it's true, you have to learn it for yourself. Nobody can say 100% they know for a fact.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know how he means this, but don't tell me. He does state that your mom and he had a split emotionally. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, because he brought... Now, I don't know what he means by that, so don't say anything. But, I will say this about him. He might have been a pain at times, but he was kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because I keep getting a feeling of levity from him. And he's telling me to tell you over there he's on the vacation he hadn't had in a while.
Nice.
Okay.
But, does call out to your daughter, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, they do say grandparents should be parents first. But he does call out to her, and I hope they had a positive relationship, because he does reach out to her in that manner, but I don't want to assume anything.
They had a very positive relationship.
Yes.
I'm so glad to hear that. This way, I can say it safely then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he definitely always loved her and still does.
Aww.
Does realize at times the way he would handle you, his daughter, and the way he would handle his granddaughter are night and day.
Yeah. Good.
Yes.
He did have his days, though, where he could go down the rabbit hole, where he would have upsets emotionally, like feel depression, anxiety, things of that nature.
Yeah.
And men definitely do not discuss that. He also didn't have the easiest upbringing, true?
That is true.
Because he's not blaming his parents, but even, I assume they've passed on.
Yes.
Yeah, he came from a dysfunctional home, he says.
Very true.
It was toxic, and hopefully you'll be glad to hear that over there, him and his parents have smoked the peace pipe.
Wow.
Because his home life, I mean, mine was dysfunctional too, but I think his was far worse.
Yeah.
Because he does admit when he first got there and he knew they were there, he took his time about having any type of contact with them. And he wasn't quick to forgive. And so it's nice here they smoked the peace pipe.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But he was definitely set in his ways.
Yep.
He just laid it out for me. Right way, wrong way, his way.
Yep.
And if you don't like his way, tough titty, said the kitty.
Yeah, very true.
Yes.
And yet the thing that cracks me up is he can be funny.
Yep. You're
Yes.
nailing him.
And pleasant. You know, because somebody like me would jokingly call him the mayor. Like, in many ways, he knew everybody knew him.
Yes.
But behind closed doors, he could be an SOB.
Yeah.
Yes, he just stated again, he's waited such a long time to be able to lay these cards on the table because you and he had issues.
Yep.
And certainly is trying to bury the hatchets.
Good.
And yet, it must have been so mind-boggling for you because you would see him with strangers or other people, and he'd be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true.
He also says he came from a yelling household.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, join the party. That's what I came from. It's his upbringing. Things were cracking at the seams. One thing he does state, which I would agree with him 100%, he does admit to me he was not a fan of organized religion.
Yeah.
As he states, religions are the world's troublemakers. And I agree 100%.
Me too.
I mean, I was brought up Catholic, and I still consider myself that way spiritually only.
Yeah.
I don't know the intensity of this, but I hope you understand. As your father progresses, he just wants to make sure you know you never failed. Understood?
Yeah.
And again, and let me tell you something. He seems to be, well, you would know. He seems to me like the type of guy that if he had an axe to grind with you, you'd be hearing about it.
Yeah.
But yet, he's not hanging your laundry out, so don't tell me anything. But when I saw him hang your laundry out, I said, oh, what are you going to tell me? And he just responded with, tell her that she did not fail.
Okay.
because in a complimentary sense, he does admit you are a sensitive individual,
Yeah.
which is a super trait, but it can also be a troublemaker. His only complaint about you, and it's really not a complaint, is you think too much.
Yeah.
And when you think too much, you too go down the rabbit hole. I mean, it's true. He recognizes you may feel that you didn't grow up in a realistically loving home.
Yeah.
Probably like mine, it's nothing was ever constant.
Yeah.
You know, because I even have to tell you about my upbringing. There were joyful moments, but it was, you know, not constant.
That's true.
But your father has come to realize that he did not grow up in an atmosphere of unconditional love.
Yeah.
So, baboom, he could be a handful. And I think as he says to me why he was different with others is because psychologically that presented a neutral situation. Yeah, as he states to you, try to put your mind at rest or at peace. Don't think so much because you end up going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
As he states, you have to see that your life and what you experience is part of your spiritual growth. And listen to him of all people. But as he states, you know, for the time he's been there, his disposition and attitude has changed. He also jokes because he knows she'll probably calls out to your mom and he says, "Tell her you've heard from me." He'd love to see how she reacts.
Okay. Yes.
But ironically, he wants to state, even though it wasn't the happiest relationship emotionally, he realized when he got there that he always loved her and still does.
Oh, wow.
No.
You know, because as he says, when you're right smack in the middle of things, you see that as the reality. But when you go over there and so much comes off your shoulders, you start to see things differently. There's also talk of loss of a sister, understood?
No.
But she says she's an aunt. Again, let me just say this. I'll assume maybe one of your folks lost a sister or sister-in-law, or if not, I'd have to go into the grandparents' generation.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll leave it with you as that. This has nothing to do with religion. what I'm about to say, but I did see St. Anthony appear. Make sense at all without telling me?
Is he the saint of lost articles?
Yeah, of, lost items or, situation or such. But it also could be a clue for the name Anthony or Tony also.
Oh.
So I'm kind of stuck which way to go, and don't help me. I mean, it's very nice he's appearing, but I just can't pinpoint right now what his reason for being would be. You were married,
Yes.
but kaput?
Yes.
Okay, because as your father stated. And that's what he meant by you didn't fail. Understood?
Okay, thank you.
Because it's not as though you didn't try your best, he feels, to straighten things out. But the marriage situation became like the sinking of the Titanic, every man for himself.
Yeah.
So he hangs a little bit of your laundry out so that he can get his point across.
Oh.
There has to be. It's too common. Did also hear the name Joe or Joseph, understood?
I think so.
But passed on?
Along, yeah.
Even if it's a lengthy time ago.
Yeah.
Somebody is coming forward that your dad knows.
Yes. Duh.
Who is family?
Yes.
Because he certainly seems to be there with your dad. That's what I was leading up to. And he passed kind of young.
Not that I know.
Oh, all right, because these people sometimes come through young at heart, and then I think age-wise. So let me just say it could have been his outlook that was young.
Okay.
Well, there has to be. It's too. I hate when this name comes through. But I did hear the name Mary or Marie. Understood?
No.
Oh, there has to be. I'm going to leave with you with a question mark, only because it's so common.
Okay.
So you did lose a son, yes?
I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm being told. A soul didn't make it to the finish line.
Okay.
And if he had, it seems you would have had a son, and hence your daughter would have had a brother.
Okay.
Actually, interesting to hear, even though he was not known to, he was known of, but he was not known to either of you. He claims to be around your daughter many times, like as a guardian angel.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Which is nice to hear, but
Yes.
don't misunderstand that. He says he wants to make sure you both know he can help her to help herself, but he doesn't wave magic wands over there.
Okay.
I heard this a few times, and now I'm hearing it again, but I'm hesitant to give it out. maybe I better. I did hear the name Vincent. Understood?
Yes.
Passed on?
Yes.
He's sticking it to me now. Because I must have heard that said 5 times.
Oh, and then Mary. That makes sense. They would go together.
Okay, and that's probably why Vincent started busting my chops. That
Sorry.
if I don't give out the name, it's not going to fill the equation.
I didn't know them well, but when you said the 2 names, then now it makes sense.
Oh, good. Because I didn't want to be cynical and say everybody knows a Mary passed on, a Marie, or whatever. But, all right, Vincent, you should be happy that I announced you, which he is. Because he was really busting my chops. And finally he said, why don't you give it out? What are you afraid she's going to bite your head off? Said, worst thing that can happen is she'll say no, and then find out later on he's right anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was family, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, because he certainly comes as family. This puzzles me. I also heard the name Jim or Jimmy.
Yes.
But passed on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, but would be known as Jim or Jimmy.
Yes.
Jimmy.
Okay, because he keeps telling me don't play games with it.
Yep.
Because I'll start to want to formalize it, and he's like, no, just leave it alone.
Yep.
He does come close to both of you, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Because he does reach out to the 2 of you. I'm glad you didn't say anything, but he knows you were wondering where the hell is he.
I was.
Yeah, me too.
But I just want them to come on their own.
Okay.
But he says he's been here since the session initially began.
Oh.
He's another one that was very set in his ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he definitely gives me the impression he wouldn't have been open-minded to a hereafter or something.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, because if it's not discussed, you wouldn't know. But he definitely says he would have felt cynical toward me. That's for sure.
Agree with that.
That he said the same thing your father said. He would have thought I was full of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I hope this is true, or at least from over there. He seems like a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he's thrilled to finally have his turn in front of the microphone.
Yeah.
He also did pass tragically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he says it came out of left field. Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
So that would mean it must have been abrupt and unexpected.
It wasn't an accident.
No, he didn't say that, but he did say it came out of left field.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I well, no, he probably does now. Talks about knowing your dad.
Maybe.
Well, you have to see it from their neighborhood now.
Yeah.
But he was family, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because he does, again, come as family. But in spite of his tragic passing, he just wants you both to understand that he's all right and in a happy place,
Okay.
Good.
in the perpetual light. He does thank you that you have prayed for him in your own way, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And he's not preaching religion, but praying for the so-called dead. Your father reluctantly says the Catholics have the right idea. Also, don't correct me. I thought I heard the name Al or Sal. Understood?
No.
Are you sure? Because he's sticking around. All right, I'll block him out because it just may be somebody you can't think of right now.
Okay.
So I'll just move along. Also,
Oh, wait. Wait, is the person over there, Al? Or here?
no, seems to be more over there.
Oh, then no, I don't know.
Okay. Again, just maybe somebody you can't think of right now. Out of here right after that. Your father admits he could be very gregarious, yes?
Yes.
Because I just am dumbfounded by him. He just comes across that here on the earth, he knew everybody and everybody knew him. And the same even goes for him over there.
Mm-hmm.
But again, behind closed doors, things were not leave it to Beaver.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, did you name Francis or Frank?
Yep.
But passed on?
Yes.
He is family, yes?
Yes.
Because he comes as family. Also, your father states he had a tough time prior to his passing.
Yeah.
He does not give me the impression it was a walk in the park.
I don't know.
But the thing is, whatever was wrong, he tried to hang in there as best he could. Yeah, definitely needed to take a rest when he arrived there. He also talked about pets that passed, understood?
Yeah.
There's a flock of them have come into the room, and we're talking about over the years. And interestingly, when your father first got there, he admits that the animals welcomed him over.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because
Yeah.
the animals, as he states, and he's right, they instantly put you at ease. They're very compassionate and very comforting. Well, he's like me. I like animals better than people. I don't think you're going to take this, but did hear the name Nick?
I don't know.
Nick or Rick?
Mm-mm.
I don't know who this is, and if he doesn't correct the name 1, 2, 3, I just blow it off. Now, I'm trying not to make a mistake. Your father says the name Frank, understood? Well, they would know each other,
Yeah.
at least over there.
Mm-hmm.
Different Frank or the same Frank?
No, the same Frank, Francis or Frank.
Okay.
And the reason I got the name, and I don't know how they do this, because they took me back well over 50 years now,
Uh-huh.
but I took St. Francis for my confirmation name, and somebody started talking to me about it, and I said, you're probably trying to tell me your name is Francis or Frank. And he said, yes. So I said, okay, well, you found the right example in my computer head. Oh, I didn't say this already. Also, did hear the name Mike?
No.
It sure sounded like that.
I'll
All right,
have to check if it's the
Yeah,
person I'm thinking, but I didn't know he passed if he did.
Yeah, and if he did, you didn't hear, you wouldn't be able to confirm. So I'll just leave it alone. There has to be, definitely heard the name Anna.
Anna.
You might have to go back a little bit with her. I don't mean the Revolutionary War, but, well, she seems to know your dad over there. So, but again, you don't know like 100% about your father's people?
No, I don't.
Yeah, because he just said that to me. You don't know 100% about his people.
Okay.
You know, so some of them could be there and you would have no idea who they are. Yeah, with your husband, there was a loss emotionally, understood?
Yeah.
As I'm being told again, they call it a death, but by emotion.
Yeah. Yes.
But your father does compliment you that you are a survivor. You have no choice.
Yep, that's true.
And you're looking at it realistically. I heard this earlier and I didn't give it out. Probably because I always, find it hard to believe. But did hear the name John or Jack, understood?
Yes.
Yeah.
But passed on?
No, that's my ex-husband. Well, Jack.
That's what?
Wait, if they're passed on, Jack.
Jack is.
Wait a minute, I'm mixed up. Don't say anything. You can't recall a John or Jack passed on?
Jack, yes.
Okay, then he must be coming forward because he was here before. Now, for some reason, I've heard that they normally go back to their prime over there because this person seems relatively young.
Okay.
but I think it's just the atmosphere of his existence. Let me just... This I'm not sure of, but don't help me. I can't tell if I heard the name Irene or Eileen.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right, then I'll just leave it with you because I'm not sure what I'm hearing. According to your dad, and he's not being judgmental, your mother has her days, yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't tell her this, but he says she can be a pain in the ass.
Yep.
But believe it or not, he also admits she's a rather lonely individual.
Yeah, that's true.
And, you know, she didn't have the greatest marriage and home life, you know, things that we're conditioned to believe are going to be hunky-dory, and they turn out not, then individuals certainly go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But he does state, he says, don't tell her this, though.
Okay.
When she's having her moments, just in one ear and out the other.
Yep.
He knows there's a part of her that's probably glad he's out of here.
Yeah.
But again, your dad states the relationship started out okay. But, you know, he didn't come from a sound environment.
Right.
I did also see Saint Teresa appear. Make sense at all?
No.
It can be the clue for the name Teresa or the saint. Well, then I'll have to take it symbolically. The saint, when she appears, brings the graces of faith, strength, endurance, and perseverance. So apparently bestows those graces upon you all.
Okay.
Somebody back there, I'm no linguist, but somebody back there did speak Italian.
Not Italian. Oh, well, I mean, it could be.
I hear it in the distance. It certainly sounded like that to me. But could have even been from your husband's side. Yeah, somebody back there sounds like they're speaking that language, or I could think it is. And, you know, just to play devil's advocate, you could never say to me, not with my waspy name.
I do know who the Al is now. Shucks, sorry. I know who it is.
Well, they always will prove themselves right one way or another. He does come as family, yes?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is for real or if he's being funny, because he calls himself Uncle Al. But I'm sure in the family he's somebody's uncle, if not yours necessarily.
Yeah.
He's actual family?
Yes.
Okay, because he does come as actual family, and there is a fatherly feeling with him.
Yeah.
That would make, well, you understand, he just said, so
Yeah.
I'll keep my mouth shut so I don't get myself in trouble. Might have to think about this. Did hear the name Bob or Rob, understood? Because he talks about being with your dad.
I'm not. Oh.
You know, your dad seemed to have had numerous acquaintances and friends.
Yeah.
When he was here, and the same thing goes for over there. So I can't expect you to remember everybody he knew in 10 seconds, so I'll just leave it alone. But I'll leave it with you all the same. Whoever this is doesn't expect to be recognized, but I'll give him a shot anyway. Did hear the name Pete or Peter? Understood?
No.
I'm going to leave it with you. Talks about being with your dad. If it wasn't somebody your dad knew here, it could be somebody he's become acquainted with over there. And I'll just leave it go.
Okay.
Also, did you hear the name Dom? Dom or Tom?
No.
Wait, there's a Dominic on the earth?
No.
I don't know what the hell they're saying then. If you can't get it through correctly, don't come into my head. Also, this individual does not expect to be recognized. But I heard the name George. Understood?
No.
I'm going to leave it with you because he claims to be with your dad. That's his backup.
Okay.
Now, again, they could have become acquaintances or friends over there, if not here.
Okay.
You have prayed for your dad, though, yes?
Yes.
Which he does thank you for, because as much as he's not what I consider a fan of organized religion, he also reports that the Catholics got the right idea about prayer and gestures on the soul's behalf. And that doesn't have to be Hail Marys. It can be what comes from your heart, lighting a candle, anything like that. It's definitely spiritual and good intentions. It's driving me crazy. I heard something now. I can't remember what I heard. Did you hear the name? Maybe I made a mistake. The name Don?
Don. D-O-N.
But
Yes.
passed on?
That's my dad.
Oh, okay, because I felt him around me again. I thought he had said Dom, and I made it worse by saying Dominic, but not the name. Then he just came back to me again, and I felt him around me. And I had to think because it went in one ear and out the other. And he said, Don. So I assumed his name was Donald, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
And might have also been called Donnie.
Yeah. When he was a kid.
Yeah, he comes with all of the above. Well, people still call me Georgie, so I guess that could go with him. Yeah, because I felt him around me again, and I registered a complaint that I said, where the heck is you? Oh, I wonder if that's when I heard the name wrong. I thought I heard John. It was actually Don.
Okay.
That's where I screwed up, but at least he cleaned up the act. Did also hear somebody's taking me back to my past again. Did also hear the name Jeff or Jeffy.
No.
Understood?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, then I'll just leave it with you. If I heard it wrong, I hope they can correct me. Yeah, it's not going to upset me because I came from this type of environment. But your dad could be a yeller, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's how he got my attention this time. When I thought he said Dom, and I made it Dominic. And when I heard, I thought he said John, but it's actually Don.
Okay.
He finally came around me again, and let's just say he raised his voice.
Oh,
I
believe
said,
it.
but not going to upset me because I came from that type of environment. So now, just to be, excuse my language, now to be a ball breaker. Your dad says, go home and tell your mother you heard from Don.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Don, or even calls himself Donnie. He really wants to stick it to her that his disposition has changed over there.
Okay.
Because he knows she'd be inclined to see him as a real SOB.
Yep.
Well, he was. And he grew up in that atmosphere, too. This could be symbolic. I think it is. As this has nothing to do with religion, but I saw the Holy Ghost appear. And usually, if he appears symbolically, he's bringing the blessing of grace. And I don't think it's a clue for the name Grace. So obviously brings graces to both of you.
Okay.
Which is very nice.
Yeah.
Also, your grandfather congratulates you on hearing happy news in a career aspect. Understood?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, either it's happened or very recently, or it's up ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Because there's a feeling of you knowing it's coming.
Okay.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
And congratulates you.
Thank you.
On it. He certainly expresses great pride in you, but I see you going up the ladder, so it must be something that will be taking you up or promoting you up or something.
Okay.
Thank you.
Was that for Katelynn, or was that for me, or for my daughter?
for his granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay,
true.
my
No,
bad.
that's true. That's true.
Okay, because he's aware of it and is
Oh my God.
extending